the analogy, I don't know if you've, the big problem with application security, mobile application security is, I like to use the analogy of Field of Dreams. The tagline, as everyone probably knows from Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. Well, organizations are rapidly adopting a native application initiative, a native mobile application initiative, or a HTML5 or mobile website initiative. They're going to market as quick as possible to try and release the best features, functions, and user experience to their end users. One of the things they're forgetting about is the security of these apps and the environments that they're actually going to be installed on. So thinking about if you build it, they will come, you're not talking about historic baseball players that come to play on your cornfield in Iowa. You're talking about you're now attracting the hackers, the people that are not only trying to benefit from stealing your corporate data, financial data, they're actually focusing on the mobile application environment a lot more than the websites because they know that it isn't secure and more functionality and ability for an end user to interact with an organization is being distributed through native applications, native mobile applications. So VKey, we are a mobile application security company that focuses on securing the native applications and mobile websites rather than the device. Our premise is we want to provide the rich user experience that end users are so used to using for mobile applications without changing the user experience, degrading performance, but providing the security layers for an application to function in potentially a highly compromised mobile device environment. VKey protects the application. Native applications are protected by VKey. We do not install anything on the device. We provide a very rich user experience that is secure. The technology is basically application wrapping. We have three methods of wrapping an application. We have binary wrapping of a compiled application, source code wrapping of an uncompiled application, or wrapping of an HTML5 or M.dot mobile website. And that is basically provides a virtual machine environment around the application itself. So the application runs in its own space separate from a potentially compromised device operating system. Our verticals are really focused on anybody that would like to protect data. So financials, insurance, e-commerce, healthcare, anybody that deals with financial transactions or personal identifiable information is critical. And those are our target companies, and those are who we work with primarily. So BYOD is a different problem. BYOD is basically bringing consumer or employee or contractor devices onto the corporate network. We can provide protection at the application layer on those managed devices. But typically, organizations have already rolled out a mobile device management solution. We complement that very well. We take the ability to enforce policy at the app level, but where our real differentiation point is providing that security to an environment that is not managed, and that would be consumer-facing mobile apps. An MDM solution, a mobile device management solution for an enterprise is not going to work for a consumer mobile device. It is something you cannot manage. You can't expect somebody to download something to the operating system just to use a banking app or an e-commerce app. So we can actually provide the protections at the app layer, not at the device layer. VKey was conceptualized in 2010. We took 2 years to architect the product. We went to market originally in the Asia-Pacific region. We currently have around 15 customers, including government agencies, financials, insurance within APJ. We're currently actively working with some of the largest organizations within the United States and soon to be Europe, focusing on large banks, large insurance, and large e-commerce. People think of mobile application security or mobile security as this huge, it's the ocean. And there's many different ways to approach it. One of the biggest things that people are struggling with is taking legacy technologies and just basically trying to map those to mobile. Well, it doesn't work. There's a lot of different intangibles that you're trying to deal with, especially in a mobile environment. The biggest thing is the user experience. It's very, very simplistic for somebody to download an app from an app store, use that app, do whatever they do as their daily life. The thing is, if you start to augment that with too much security, you're going to make people shy away from your apps. They're going to go find another app to use. So it's a delicate balance to still provide that rich user experience, but not degrade the environment with multiple layers of login, security, or annoyance to the customer, because they just won't use your app. And especially if that's a revenue-generating native application, it's very important to ensure that people continue to use your application. We mentioned BYOD previously. A lot of times for an employee to log onto the corporate network through a VPN, there is a second factor of authentication. We've even taken steps to actually ingrain second factor authentication into the app so it's a headless experience. So it doesn't annoy the executive who's trying to get his corporate mail or documents for the board of directors meeting. It's basically something that we provide as a secure module underneath the covers that does not require the re-architecture of the product to include two-factor authentication. right now, security professionals, the C-level executives, the CISOs, the CIOs of organizations are really struggling with this, especially in the mobile world, because they are very, very interested in growing the revenue, growing the company, growing that experience with mobile. But that's dictating the development processes, the product managers to push out these functionality, and security saying, hey, what about me? We still have to secure this. We have to ensure that the customer data is protected as well as the corporate data. And right now, and based on the evolution of everyone trying to go to market really quickly, security is getting the back seat and the product functionality is leading the way. And we're trying to make that seamless so the security professional can still ensure that the customer data and corporate data is secure without changing how the end user interacts with the apps.